minions and monsters. No matter how old you are, you've definitely seen at least one movie from the Despicable Me or Minions franchise. And yeah, they really are hilarious. That's why fans of the little yellow guys are counting down the hours to see the premiere of Minions and Monsters, the third film focused exclusively on these immortal yellow sidekicks who love bananas and live to serve the most villainous master they can find. And it looks like this time they're going to find a boss who's actually a bit too evil. The unspeakable Cthulhu, the most terrifying cosmic entity of them all. July 1st, 2026 will be the big premiere day. Super Mario 3. If 1 is good and 2 is better, then when it comes to the Mario Bros. Franchise movies, 3 is definitely not a crowd. With that in mind, Nintendo has already announced that the next movie featuring Peach, Mario, Luigi, and Toad is officially in production. Major details haven't been revealed just yet, but many fans believe the story will involve the appearance of Peach and Rosalina's parents, and will also have part of the story taking place in the kingdom of Sarasaland, which is where Princess Daisy lives. This makes total sense since she made a shocking appearance in one of the 2 post-credit scenes. Even though the movie has been confirmed, the date is still a secret. However, estimates point toward July 2028. Avatar: Aang, The Last Airbender. If you're a fan of Nickelodeon cartoons and you've been around for a while, you definitely remember the massive success of the company's anime-style animated series, Avatar: The Last Airbender. After it ended, we got a sequel with a different protagonist, a live-action movie, and a Netflix series, but none of those 3 really hyped up the fans. However, ever since the animated movie was announced, expectations have been through the roof, mostly because it's bringing back all the main characters, but they'll all be 5 years older. The premiere is set for October 9th, straight to the Paramount Plus streaming service. Hexed. In the midst of so many sequels, Disney decided it's finally time for something completely new to debut. So they announced that a brand new original film called Hexed will be released on November 25th, 2020. Because regarding the plot, this new adventure will focus on a teenager and his mother, who are considered outcasts by their peers and neighbors. The catch is that they accidentally discover their weirdness is actually hidden magic inherited from sorcerer ancestors. This leads them to end up in a place where magic is the rule, not the exception. One of the movie's characters even appears hidden in the end credits of Zootopia 2, though very few people noticed. Coyote versus Acme. Coyote vs. Acme will be Warner's newest live-action film focused on Looney Tunes characters. Scheduled for release in August 2026, the movie will show how Wile E. Coyote got fed up with buying faulty Acme products to catch the Roadrunner and finally decided to sue the company. If you watch the cartoon, you know he always ends up in a mess. Maybe this time he'll actually win, even if it's in a courtroom. Toy Story 5. Now, if you're looking for nostalgia, you'll definitely find plenty of it when Toy Story 5 hits theaters. The 5th film in the very first CGI animation franchise, which began all the way back in 1995, will bring Woody and Buzz back together. However, it will put a special spotlight on Jessie leading Bonnie's toys. They'll all be united against a new enemy, Lilypad, a frog-shaped tablet that wants to be the little girl's only toy and plans to get rid of all the others. Besides her, strong rumors suggest that the villainous Lotso will return in this movie. I'm counting down the days until June 19th, 2026 gets here. Shrek 5. Aside from Toy Story, another franchise is about to launch its 5th film, Shrek. After 4 absolute hits and 2 spectacular Puss in Boots spin-offs, it's time to return to far, far away to see an older Shrek and Donkey. The story will focus on Felicia, the only daughter of Fiona and the Green Ogre. For sure, all the fairy tale creatures will return too, but so far, we don't know who the villain is. Our guess? It'll be the Grimm brothers, the original writers of all the fairy tales that Shrek makes so much fun of. On July 1st, 2026, we'll find out if we were right. Supergirl. Moving on to superhero movies, following the success of Superman, the next film for DC's heroes is Supergirl, where we'll see the incredible appearance of one of the coolest characters from the comics, Lobo. Not to mention the return of our beloved Crypto as the most powerful pet of them all. On June 26, 2026, we'll see everything this highly anticipated movie has in store for us, The Legend of Zelda. After the success of the first Mario movie in 2023, Nintendo started pulling the strings to turn its other game franchises into hit movies. And in this case, the obvious choice was always The Legend of Zelda. However, unlike the Mario Bros. Movies, Link and Zelda's adventure won't be animated. It'll be live action. May 7th, 2027 will be the big day for gamers to check out this epic mega production. Star Fox, the movie. Still on the track of blockbuster movies that Nintendo plans to make a ton of money from, we know that Super Mario Galaxy introduced a new character, Fox McCloud, who is the protagonist of Star Fox, the most acclaimed space shooter in history. With fans freaking out over his appearance, the chances of an exclusive Star Fox movie have grown tremendously. Fox was one of the most charismatic characters in the second Mario movie, and at the end, we see him saying he's going back to his home planet to look for his team, and of course, after that, defeat his arch-enemy, Der Andros. The estimate is that the movie will hit theaters in 2027, sometime before Super Mario 3. Before we continue, just a quick heads up. If you also enjoy movies, series, and cartoons, click the subscribe button right now, alright? Avengers Doomsday. Everyone knows Marvel drops at least 2 movies a year. And next up is the upcoming film for Earth's mightiest heroes. With the inclusion of the Fantastic Four, we'll see the return of Captain America and Thor in the group that will face the terrifying threat of Dr. Doom, who will be played by a Tony Stark from another universe. On December 18th, 2026, we'll see how all of this unfolds and how Earth will once again be avenged. Voltron movie. If you love fights involving giant robots facing intergalactic threats, you definitely need to keep an eye out for the release of Voltron in 2027, though no specific date has been set yet. We'll see the 5 robotic lions from the classic 1980s animation coming together to form the giant Voltron and fight the legendary villain Zarkon. All thanks to Amazon, which will be releasing the movie directly on its streaming platform, The Cat in the Hat. If you're a fan of the Lorax and the Grinch, get ready, because the same mind behind those 2 furry guys also created the character we'll see in theaters on November 6th, 2026. We're talking about the Cat in the Hat, who is probably the craziest and most nonsensical character in children's stories, but that absolutely everyone loves. Frozen 3. On the other hand, for people who love magic and ice at the same time has basically stood still, as they can't wait any longer for the release of the 3rd Frozen movie. In this one, we'll definitely see Anna and Kristoff's wedding, while Elsa and Olaf return to, who knows, save Arendelle once again. Additionally, rumors indicate that more hidden family secrets regarding the sisters and Kristoff, especially his mother who abandoned him, should finally be revealed once and for all. To see it all, we'll be anxiously waiting for November 27. Spider-Man. A new day, before we see the events that could define the fate of the world. In Avengers Doomsday, we're going to need to head back to New York to see how Peter Parker, better known as Spider-Man, will find his way back into Mary Jane's life and simultaneously make everyone remember him again. Not to mention that he's transforming into a mutant with 6 arms. Looking like a real spider? All of this is going to happen at once, and you'll be able to watch it starting July 30th, 2026. Hello, Kitty. Did you ever imagine that little Hello Kitty would get her very own movie? Yeah, me neither, but it's closer than you think. Since on July 21st, 2028, that's going to become a reality. The little British girl with a feline face named Kitty White and her friends will debut in an adventure around the world for the first time in CGI animation blended with live-action K-pop Demon Hunter. 2. Speaking of movies starring girls, the biggest hit in Netflix history has had its sequel confirmed. The universe of the hunters who protect Earth from the Guima and their demons will be expanded in 2028 and 2029 in the new film. Maybe we'll see a new huntress and a bit more about the backstory of Rumi's parents, who is half human and half demon, right? He-Man. Masters of the Universe. Moving from new hits to reboots of old pop culture icons, He-Man is back. Not just in theaters, but in Eternia, where he'll need to defeat his eternal enemy Skeletor after he completely devastated He-Man's parents' kingdom. Packed with action scenes and incredible fights, Masters of the Universe premieres on June 5th, 2026, and we'll get to see the power of Grayskull in action once again. Jumanji 3, Open World. Now talking about a franchise that was successfully resurrected a few years ago, Jumanji is returning for its 4th movie overall and the 3rd since the remake began. Promising new adventures in the crazy world of the magical board game, Christmas 2026 will be the premiere day for the 3rd film, starring The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. Godzilla and Kong Supernova. But if your thing is watching giant monsters fight for dominance over Earth's kaijus, known as Titans, then Godzilla and Kong Supernova promises to be an action-adventure epic like never seen before. The film will feature several new human characters alongside the beloved and iconic Titans Godzilla and Kong as they face a cataclysmic threat of world-ending proportions. March 26th, 2027 is the day for the supernova to shine. We've reached the end of this video, but if you like having your mind blown, this is the right place. That's why we left 2 really good videos for you to click, watch, and best of all, stay with us.